الآن يمكنكم المشاركة في مبادرة الأيام الرقمية تحت شعار انطلق بقوة مع جوجل، والتي يتناول فيها خبراء جوجل عناوين جديدة أسبوعيا مثل السحابيات، مهارات من جوجل، أندرويد، فلتر، ذكاء الآلة، فايربيس، ديزاين ثينكينج، مقسمة إلى دورات وورشات عمل يومية بالإضافة إلى مسابقات أسبوعية. شاهد الأيام الرقمية مباشرة على اليوتيوب وشارك رأيك وأسئلتك مع خبراء جوجل، واحصل على شهادة حضور في كل محاضرة تشترك فيها. هذا وأكثر من الأحد إلى الخميس ابتداء من الساعة 9 بتوقيت دبي عبر الرابط المبين youtube.com/gdgmena.
Hello everyone, this is Salim Abid from the Google Dev Ecosystem team. السلام عليكم، مساء الخير، مرحبا بكم في لقاء جديد، لقاء مثير راح يكون معنا اليوم. حنتكلم على مبادرة جديدة. So with us we have Rana Abdelhamid from New York. She's part of my team. Go ahead, Rana.
Yes.
Introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, أهلا، أنا رنا، اسمي رنا عبد الحميد من New York. My name is Rana. I'm based in New York, and I'm here today to talk about a new exciting program that we just launched with Salim's team, which we are super excited about, called the Women Tech Founders Program. And I'll talk a little bit about it, and then I'll pass it back to you, Salim. النهارده هنكلموا عن برنامج جديد لسه طالع في Middle East, and I'm going to pass it back to Salim to talk a little bit about it too. So the Women Tech Founders Program is a program that is in partnership with the U.S. Department of State, where we're going to be providing opportunities for women tech founders, 50 women tech founders from across the Middle East region, from across the North Africa region, with technical skills to be facilitated. The program will be facilitated in English. We'll be drawing applicants mainly from Egypt, Bahrain, and the UAE, as well as the general region. It will last for, the application just was released yesterday, March 8th. The program will be 4 sessions of technical training with a kickoff event that will have different ministers from across the region speaking, different technologists from across the region speaking, and we're really excited to get as many applications as possible. So if you know any women tech founder who has inspired you, if you're a woman tech founder who you feel like you will benefit from being in a network and being connected to other women tech founders in the region, we highly urge you to apply, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions.
So great, Rana. So let's dive a little bit into every piece. So the first thing is, I believe this initiative, I remember first time we talked about it was like 6-9 months ago, something like this. And it went through a lot of detail and ups and downs. So I know that multiple teams have been working very, very hard to bring this into our region, into the Middle East and North Africa, and we thank you for that. So first, let's talk about, so this is a collaboration between the Women Tech Maker and the U.S. State Department. So let's talk a little bit for those who don't know, what is the Google Women Tech Maker program? What is that program is about?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Women Tech Makers program is a Google program that Salim actually leads very beautifully in the Middle East and North Africa, which engages women technologists from across the globe. So we have a community of about 200,000 women across 190 countries. And these women are led by 900 Women Tech Maker ambassadors. So these are women tech leaders who create different events and meetups similar to this event to bring together women technologists so that they could have more economic opportunity, have more career opportunities for networking, for technical training. And we're really excited to be partnering with the US Department of State.
So if I'm a woman here and I'm watching you, I'm at home, and either I know technology, I don't know technology, and I was like, great, this program looks good. Like, هذا البرنامج حلو كثير. How do I register? How do I subscribe? Where do I find information about the program? What would you say?
Yeah, so feel free to check out the program at womentechmakers.com. There is more information about how you could sign up to become a member, subscribe to our listserv. You could find more resources on our YouTube channel as well at Women Tech Makers, and any upcoming programs. So for example, the program that we're launching here today, the Women Tech Makers and Tech Founder program in the Middle East. If you're following us on Twitter, you'll get a notification about any upcoming new opportunity that you might be excited to join.
And also to add to what Anna says, you'll be also put in a specific group based on your expertise. So we'll get curated information, meaning specific information on a monthly basis, tell you, here an opportunity to attend the conference, here an opportunity to read this article, here an opportunity to become a Women Tech Maker ambassador, and therefore you will have a bigger impact on the region. So right now in the Middle East and North Africa, we have about 140 Women Tech Maker ambassadors in 17 countries, and we are looking for more and more of our sisters to be leaders and to be also given all of those opportunities. I remember Rana drove an amazing initiative last year, which is the Women Safety, Online Safety, and we were able to invite 30 people from all the countries to participate and visit Dubai, of course, and have fun, but also to innovate and to help other women. So how about the U.S. State Department? I mean, it's not every day, to be honest with you, that we have an initiative with the U.S. State Department. I know that they were trying to join us, but due to scheduling conflict, they couldn't. So, the Women Tech Founders Program, and again, we are bringing it to the region. Can you talk a little bit about it from a high-level point of view?
Absolutely. So actually, this is our first partnership with the U.S. Department of State. It took a really long time for us to really build this relationship and to identify a program that made sense for us to work together on. Our first program is going to be in the Middle East. So this is our flagship event. So you all could tell us how it went, and hopefully it's going to be really effective. And we're bringing together both of our expertise, right? So we're taking the best of Google's technology, the best of Google's training, and we're pairing it with some of the Department of State's ability to talk to these issues also from a political standpoint, from an economic standpoint. And we're particularly partnering with a part of the U.S. Department of State that's called POWER, which is providing opportunities for women's economic rise. And it's an initiative that specifically works with the private sector and uses diplomatic resources to support women's economic participation. And POWER has reached women in over 20 countries and has engaged with dozens of U.S. private sector entities like Google. And so we're just another one of their private sector partners. And we think it's a really incredible opportunity for us to scale both of our impacts.
Absolutely. It's an amazing program, opportunity, because guess what? We are running the first show ever in our region, and so I'm excited to be the first. I'm always excited to bring more opportunity to our sisters, our women in the region. So let's talk a little bit. So this is really targeting startup founder, الأخوات أو النساء المؤسسات لشركات ناسا, meaning women who created startup in the last 2 years can apply to this program.
Exactly. So if you're a woman who runs a tech startup, and you've run it at least for the past 3 years, and you're at a point in your startup where you might benefit from being connected to a network of other women, right, who may be interested in being connected and exposed to the latest technology, to different technical trainings and different mentorship opportunities and speaking opportunities. And this is like a great place to sign up for the program so that you could actually have better resources to more effectively run your startup. We want to create a space so that we could strengthen the startup ecosystem, especially for women in the Middle East and North Africa.
Absolutely. And the good news is, after this show, we have the next show in 40 minutes with 3 outstanding, amazing women who created their startup, and their startup was very, very successful in different areas. So right now, okay, I'm a woman, I go sign up to the Women Tech Maker Ambassador, I get the news. Now I am a woman who created the startup for the last 3 years, I want to sign up. And I know we have worked very, very hard, and my understanding, and correct me, Anna, is currently this program is open to all the countries in the region with a special focus as a pilot on 3 countries, Bahrain, Egypt, and UAE. But we will select women from all the countries if they meet the criteria. But the primary, 50 would be probably from those 3 countries, and we will get like 50, another 15, 20, it depends. Hey, if we get a lot of women who are apply, we might say, hey, let's increase the number. So we are not limiting anything. It's up to the women to take control.
Yes, exactly. We really want to make sure that we're, if we find many incredible startups, we want them to be included in this. We want them to have access to some of the sessions that we'll be offering, like, Think AI First and Google Assistant and Founders Labs, public speaking opportunities. And so we do urge you, like I said, the application is open. It was opened yesterday. And our launch event, so even if you don't, I see that you just pulled it up. So even if you don't necessarily, if you don't have a tech startup, you're just thinking, it's not your 3rd year of having, being part of the ecosystem, but you're interested in learning more, we actually have an event that is open to the public. And this event is on May 17th. It's a launch event. And at the launch event, we'll actually have an opportunity to hear from women tech founders who have really thrived in the field, who have been able to secure large sums of investment, who have really great advice on how you start, right? And where do you go if you're just thinking about starting or if you're facing a challenge and if you started your tech startup, as well as women ministers and leaders in the region who are advocates for women in STEM, who are advocates for women in technology. And so I highly encourage everybody to attend the launch event if you regardless or not, if you're in the program.
Absolutely. And for me, I encourage everyone. I always say, if you don't ask, you are guaranteed 100% an answer of no. If you ask, you have a chance to. So apply, to be honest with you. In my case, there is no reason not to apply. Apply and say, hey, I'm planning to do this or that or this, because this is for us, it's a pilot. And we will adjust the pilot based on the demand. It's possible tomorrow we'll find that the demand is on, example, ideation, or on running hackathon, or A or B or C. And we're trying to find ways to help, because Rana and myself, Joe, primarily is to help women in the region. It doesn't matter if you have a startup or not startup. This program is targeted for startup founders, but our goal is to help all women in different levels, in different areas, in different education levels. So apply. That will be my advice to you.
Yes, 1000%. And we're really looking forward to reading your applications. We're looking forward to meeting those who get accepted and those who apply. And for those who are just interested, to seeing you at the launch event.
Absolutely. And the good news is all of this is going to be, it's good, bad news, but all of it is going to be online, which means you don't have to travel. I miss traveling, to be honest with you. It's a good that it's good because it's in a certain way we will be able to get more people easier. We don't have to do with visa, with travel, all of that. It's bad because there's nothing replaces the one-on-one interaction. I still have memories. The last few days we were publishing some of the hackathon that we have run the last few years. Some of the Women Techmaker Summit in Morocco, Egypt, Algeria, Lebanon, and we see those videos of all of those great women interacting and building that sisterhood. There's nothing replacing that.
It's so beautiful. And your leadership is so great. And I remember being in Dubai and meeting all of the women. And also when I went to the AI Tunisia hackathon, and just everyone's leadership in the region, just such brilliant women. And I'm really excited for this program to take off because I think we're going to bring some really powerful voices, some really visionary leaders, and some great women technologists together to really make an impact.
Absolutely. And the way we looked at it, and Nan and I can share some of the information about those 4 days, the 4 days of training, is when we looked initially, Nan and I talked about it and we said, we have this Google for Startup Accelerator, which is an accelerator targeted for startup, which would take them through about 3 months of technical training, marketing, digital marketing, even people's training. And we said, how can we provide that to all of those great women? And that's what we did, is we looked to the critical element of that program, and we brought them. So you would have to, design thinking, AI, Google Assistant, people's lab, how the founders' relationship work. We are in public speaking. So really, there's more and more we are trying to bring to share together and learn together. How can we enable and empower women in our region to create more and more startups?
Right. Yeah, because we know that the startup ecosystem globally, especially in terms of investment, disproportionately the funding goes to men. And so in 2019, only 2% of venture capital funding went to women. 2%.
Absolutely. And I was reading this, I was going to mention this, I was reading an article like the last week where even in 2020, it went down, which is crazy, and this is worldwide, not in our region only. Yeah. So this is why we are trying to bring and focus those programs on women, because when the reality is that they have less opportunity. So we have to increase that number of opportunity for them. Otherwise, the whole system is biased, to be honest with you, against women. That's the reality. And we're talking about, hey, remember, we are talking during the International Women's Day week and month, and therefore this is really, really important.
Yes, exactly. Well, this is super exciting, and I'm not sure if you have any other questions.
So for me, the last point is, if you go to the website, and I know my team is posting that on the blog, and you have an apply here, you just go click on apply. You have the application. It's a little bit long application, but it will take you 20 minutes because we need to really to make sure that the information is there. So it asks you about your startup, the name, a little bit of history, why you should be selected, but it should not take you more than 30 minutes to complete it. So I advise everyone to go and apply. With that, maybe if there are any question or comment from the audience, maybe we'll spend 5 minutes, and then after that we call it the meeting. Okay, so this is amazing. I see some of the comments. I don't see any question.
Oh, they have the link. It's great.
Yeah. So with that, Anna, I know you have to run. It's you're early going and getting things done. So any last comment about the program? Any last advice to the women out there?
Really, just if you think that this might be useful for you, apply. Spread the word about it. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And if you might not be interested in applying this year, definitely attend the kickoff event, because maybe you'll apply next year and maybe you'll be one of the tech startups, and you'll feel inspired by an idea that you hear, and you'll be a tech startup founder because of it. And so I really urge you to definitely engage with the program and let us know if you have any questions. And thank you so much, Salim, for your leadership. I'm so happy to be working with your team as always. And I always love working in this region. And I'm really glad that this is the region where we're piloting the program.
The reality, it would not have happened without you. So you are the one who is working the magic out behind the scenes. I was just coming in the end to help, but you did the magic behind the scenes. So I really want to thank you, and we appreciate all your effort, amazing effort in worldwide. I know you have another event series with the women founders, podcasts and all of that, and we will try to bring them. I know you mentioned that to me, and we'll try to bring them to the region. One thing I want to stress: please apply, even if some of the elements might not apply to you. And the reason I'm saying that is we will always look to find ways how we can provide you with the right mentorship or training. So even if you are not selected, it's okay, because I can promise you that you will be invited to special training regardless if you are selected to this one or not. I'll give you an example. For the Google for Startup Accelerator, more than 500 startup applied, only 10 make it to the accelerator. What happened to the other 530? We offer all of them specific workshop and specific training. So even if you are not going to be like, hey, I started the workshop, like maybe startup 1 year, not 3 years, apply. You have nothing to lose. And I can assure you, even if you are not selected, we will offer you something on the side by my team.
Amazing, Salim. You're always so dedicated to your community. I love it. And thank you again so much for having me. And thank you for spreading the word about this program. And I'm really excited to go through these applications.
Thank you again. And thank you, Anna. And see you all. And I'll hopefully May 17. In fact, not May 17. The application is open. It will end by end of March. In April, we'll announce the result. And then all of you will be invited to the big launch on May 17, and then May 18 we'll start the event. Thank you, everyone. Bye.